Hey people, Matty Ice here. So I've been looking into our calendar and why, we have 365 days a year. And, if you wonder about something and you start digging into it, chances are you'll find some fucking going on. Um, Everything was based on a 360-degree circle. Knowing that the Earth is flat and knowing that the sun and moon move in circles above us and that it's a clock, why would there be 365 days in a year? Makes no sense. Uh, unless, of course, you're trying to skew the date. Unless you're trying to take us off of our actual date and tell us it's later than it really is. Um, so I started looking into it, and I haven't done a lot of digging because I just started, but I will, and I'll get a lot more information. But I started looking into it, and from what I've been able to find is that Mayans, Aztecs, all the ancient Sumerians, Egyptians, you go back, you'll see it was always a 360-day calendar, always a 360-day year. Now we got leap years every 4 years, and that the 4 years, that's kind of interesting because I did the math, and I don't have it right in front of me either, but 4 years at 365 days a year, 5 days a year in 4 years adds up to like 272 years. So if you were to go 4 years, it's like 270. If you were to go 8 years, it's like closer to, it's like 600. It's like 570 or 500, 540, closer. So like maybe 500 years or so ago. Now I know they're going to say that they changed the clocks, they added time to the clock so that they could do the daylight savings time, and the whole conspiracy of getting more production out of people and all that. And it's like, I get that, but what I'm thinking about is cataclysmic type of events. Now I don't believe that an asteroid will come from outer space and slam into the planet anymore, but there does seem to be a lot of accounts in the past of cataclysmic events. And the ancients, who were not stupid, they knew about these things. And I guess one of the main rules when a new pharaoh would assume power, I guess one of the main real rules, the only real rule, was don't change the calendar. It's obviously important, very important to them, which it should be just as important to us. Okay, let's say 4 years. Let's just say it was one period, one leap year, 4 year period. So let's just say 270 years ago or so, they changed the clock. Well, that would make it about 2012 right now, And back in the day when I used to learn about the possibilities of 2012, um, there was some psychics who would chime in sometimes, and they would say 2012 is literally just the beginning of a lot of bad stuff, natural events going on Earth. And a lot of those psychics and other people would say, 2012 is the beginning, but right around 2016, 2017 is when I see major Earth changes, and that's going on for sure. That's definitely going on. The Ring of Fire, which is actually more like two big splits on our flat Earth. When you look at the Ring of Fire on the flat Earth, it really just looks like two large splits, the Ring of Fire is active as hell. There's I forgot the exact statistics, but it's something in the neighborhood of, there should be about 80 volcanoes per year, and like right now there's like 50 or 60 that are going off right now. So that's obviously elevated activity. So I'm gonna keep digging, and if any of you guys out there know anything about this, if you know anything about exactly when and who, I know Ben Franklin had a little something to do with daylight savings time, but if you know exactly who and when they actually started adding 365 days, adding 5 days to the calendar to make it 365, if you know when and who, please let me know in the comments, or, give me an email, mattyb410@gmail.com. This is really interesting to me because I just kind of had like a little like epiphany the other day about it. I was thinking about it. I'm like, why would they add 5 days? And I'm like, it's obviously not, to benefit us, but it would benefit them. I think that the ancients etched some things in stone that we were able to decipher, and they were able to determine that there is something that happens, that seems to happen like clockwork on this planet. And if they know exactly when, they wouldn't tell us exactly when, of course. It just makes sense for them to, you know, to hide it. But anyways, I'm going to keep digging on this, and I will post another video about it. The more I find out, the more you guys will find out. Peace to all, Flat Earth Warriors.